Yeah.
What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Here's another video. Last night, Elimination Chamber was a great show. I dare might say it was better than the Royal Rumble, to say the least. And just like the Royal Rumble, we did the good, the bad, and the awesome. We're going to do the same thing here. So, without further ado, sit back, grab your snacks, and let's get into the video. So first things first, the good. When it comes to the Elimination Chamber matches, they were solid matches, and I think the right winners came out as being Bianca Belair and John Cena. We thought they were solid, and they picked the right winners, and it looks like the stories leading up to WrestleMania are going to be pretty good. Along with the good there, the Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn unsanctioned match was clearly match of the night. The things they did to each other in the ring were diabolical. And not only was the match great between those two, as they keep delivering great matches, Kevin Owens finally got a win at a PLE that mattered. I mean, if you think about it, going all the way back to WrestleMania 39 when him and Sami Zayn main evented WrestleMania, taking the tag team titles off of the Usos, I feel like was his last big moment at a PLE, and I think it was great that he finally got a win. And moving forward, I hope we're doing great by Kevin Owens, because no matter what, Kevin Owens is great at everything he does. So I'm just glad to see that he finally got a win. And my last thing for the good is going to be that Cody said no to The Rock. Not only did he tell The Rock no, he pretty much said that he gave his soul to the WWE a long time ago and it belongs to the fans. And he pretty much just told him, just like Miles Morales, he said, nah, he's gonna do his own thing. And not only did he tell him that, he pretty much told The Rock to go F himself. And with that, it was non-censored. It's pretty much like the WWE planned that, and they wanted to make sure you heard that. And not only was it not censored and was loud for everyone to hear on Peacock, if you go back on WWE's YouTube and rewatch the segment, they left it there and did not censor it, which is crazy to me. But nonetheless, I enjoyed that they did that, and I think we all saw that Cody was going to say no and turn down The Rock. We're going to save that heel turn for Cody later, but no matter what, he is still going to be the big babyface of WWE. Now let's get into the bad. I don't have too much for the bad. When it comes to that, initially we're going to go talk about the tag team match with Trish Stratus, Tiffany Stratton versus Nia Jax and Candice LeRae. It was honestly the worst match of the night. I mean, I don't think there was too much hype behind it, aside from it being in Toronto and Trish Stratus being there, of course. But, I mean, I get what they're doing. They're celebrating her 25th anniversary. But not only that, trying to put over the next generation. I get it. But this type of match could have been easily put on an episode of Raw or SmackDown. It was just a generic tag team match, and the only thing that really sucks about that, we like to see our champions actually in matches. I like that they actually did that with Gunther on Monday Night Raw. Even though it was a squash match, it was actually a solid match. We just like to see the champions doing a lot more matches on the actual regular shows, but not only that, actually defending their titles at these PLEs. But like I said, it's nothing I have against it. It's just a generic match that could have been on a regular episode of Monday Night Raw or SmackDown. My second thing I really have is Drew McIntyre getting pinned and being the first eliminated from the men's Elimination Chamber match. It kind of rubbed me the wrong way just a little bit, just because he really didn't get to get into the mix with CM Punk a little bit later at all. But I know it looks like we're still trying to set up the match between Drew and Damian at WrestleMania, which I don't think there's a lot of hype behind. I think the better call was back when he was being the Bloodline Hunter and he was going to end by getting Roman Reigns, and I think that would have culminated at a dream match at WrestleMania between them two. But it looks like we're still not getting that this year at the moment. It just sucks to see. But yeah, just like him being eliminated first and out of there immediately, just kind of like it blew the wind out of that first match, that men's chamber match for me. I don't know how I feel about you guys, but that's just me. And now let's get into the awesome. Last night we got two huge returns with Jade Cargill and Randy Orton. Jade coming back right at the beginning of the Women's Elimination Chamber match, looking at Liv saying, "I know it wasn't you," and just straight beat the brakes off of Naomi. It was crazy. It reminded me of that 2020 Roman Reigns when he came back and just wrecked everyone and left. It was great. And then you look at the face of Bianca. How she was acting her butt off there. It's very emotional. She couldn't do anything to talk to Jade or help Naomi or nothing. But she had to carry on with the match, which leads me to believe there's still more to tell with this. I don't think Naomi was the only one behind it. I mean, we all knew it was Naomi. I mean, come on. But I don't think Bianca Belair is too innocent in this whole thing. But not only that, we got the return of Randy Orton, who came out and started duking with Kevin Owens, and we almost got that Punk kick. But I know we are saving it for WrestleMania, and it's going to be beautiful when it happens. And this is the Randy Orton I want to see crashing out. I love it. Can't wait to see for that match on WrestleMania. Of course, we have to talk about what everybody's talking about the last 24 hours, is what changed the game forever moving forward. I mean, Triple H called his shot saying that the Elimination Chamber was going to change the game in this era moving forward. And I gotta say, he called it. As we all know, Cody Rhodes said no to The Rock, which leads to our match with Cody Rhodes and John Cena main eventing WrestleMania. But the swerve that some people expected, but not everyone, John Cena basically selling his soul to The Rock and turning heel for the first time in 22 years.
There's always a plan B.
But right now, this just makes Cody the biggest babyface of WWE moving forward. And I gotta say, this John Cena heel turn was pure cinema. And I love what he did at the press conference, where he just came out, got the mic, dropped it, and left. Didn't have to say anything. And it was so great. It gives us a lot more interesting things moving forward in SmackDown, because obviously SmackDown has been lackluster this past month or so. Even though I will say this past Friday Night SmackDown was really good, but for the first time I think since it's moved to 3 hours. But I think we're going to be a lot invested more into the story, especially with John Cena being slated for this month's episode of SmackDown. Only that, when it comes to John Cena, we had Hollywood Hogan, we had Hollywood Rock, and now we have Hollywood Cena. Pretty much the Hollywood Bros teaming up. It's crazy. It's the biggest heel turn since that Hollywood Hogan turn with the NWO. And what was that going to look like moving forward? Who knows? I know a lot of people are expecting him to go back to the Doctor of Thugonomics. I don't think we're going to do that. I mean, I think he's past that and matured past that. I remember in that Chris Van Fleet interview where he said back in that 2011-2012 era, they were ready to turn him heel. He had new music, he had new attire, everything. He was ready. But they didn't pull the trigger, and they finally did on his last tour. Crazy. Now, I'm looking forward to see where this goes. I didn't expect it in my bingo card for John Cena to turn heel. Crazy. I do think he'll turn face again right before the end of the last tour, for sure. But this is great, and it's making WrestleMania look more interesting. And just like Triple H said, you gotta be patient. And I will say, it built as great as last year's WrestleMania? No, but going forward, this is going to be interesting. But what are your thoughts on last night's Elimination Chamber? Comment below. Let me know. And as always, if you enjoy our thoughts, make sure you like, subscribe. But until our next video, I will catch you guys during the Monday Night Raw recap. Peace.